Hey everyone, it's Jay Sperling from Sperling Funeral Home. We're located in McCandless Township, right outside of Pittsburgh, and do these Friday chats to just discuss some things about funeral service. A lot of people find them intriguing, get a lot of great feedback on them. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about Disney World. Yes, Disney World. How it correlates with funerals. If you've been paying attention this week, or maybe it didn't catch your eye, but as a funeral director, when things come across my news feeds that involve, funerals, deaths, stuff like that, we tend to pick up on them. So this week, there's been a couple articles about how people are choosing to scatter their loved ones' cremains at Disney World and Disneyland. Apparently, it's a common thing. It's not an approved thing, I can tell you that right now. Common so much that Disney World has a set of policies and procedures for their park employees to follow when human cremains have been found. Apparently there's a code word for the maintenance department to know what they're coming to clean up. They have a special vacuum system that is actually made to sweep up cremains. I can imagine people doing that in the beautiful gardens that surround all the parks that they own. I find it very strange that people will do this on a ride. But I guess if it's someone's last wish, people feel emotional about it and they want to do that. I think the big part about understanding is that it's not legal. If you are caught doing it in one of the amusement parks, apparently there are misdemeanor charges pressed against you and you are kicked out of the park. There's probably a good chance they may also make you persona non grata from their parks for a certain amount of time, so you cannot enjoy the Disney World again. And if your loved one's cremains get removed, then they're not there, which was the original point of doing it. They said that one of the most popular places was the Haunted Mansion. Found that to be very funny. But, I think the bottom line is it works into what's your plan. I've talked about this a number of times. And that's what you got to have a better plan than that. There are a lot of options. As funeral directors, I can tell you that we are not allowed to or are in the business of scattering cremains publicly. There are places that we can do that with families. Cemeteries have spots pulled aside. There's some scattering gardens and some churches and all those different things. As a funeral director, when you pick up the cremains here at the funeral home, what we do is we have you sign a release saying that you have picked them up and that they are now in your possession. You now have custody of them. And what you do with them after that is up to you. We, of course, are always available to help people if you want to make arrangements with a local cemetery or one of these scattering gardens or an ossuary or many other reasons, burial at sea, all those different things. We can help you coordinate how to do these things legally. I did kind of chuckle in the back of my head and thought, we all know that Disney's very good at making money. I think it was Robin Williams once was quoted as saying that Mickey Mouse doesn't have a thumb because he can't hand money back, he can only take it away. And my initial thought to that was, really, a cemetery on the property of Disney World could probably garner a lot of money for them. Water tables are pretty low, so it'd probably be mostly cremation, but that's someday I could see them moving in that direction down in Florida. So basically, if you're thinking someday that you want to be cremated and then you want your family to take your cremains somewhere special, if they're going to do it, check on the legality of it. Make sure that it's allowed with local laws and regulations and so forth, and that everything you're doing is on the up and up. I know through the funeral home here, we'll provide you with the paperwork you need if you're going to travel or transport. I've made sure that people's urns have gotten to places in Europe. I've made sure they've gotten over into like the Asia area and so forth. Families are allowed to carry them with them a lot of times. But when you go out of country, now you have to deal with what are different customs and requirements of countries bringing human cremains into their nation. So we're the experts on that part, and we can help you with that. Not as much the experts on scattering at Disney World. So, hey, I hope everyone has a good weekend. You enjoyed this quick little talk, and we will see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.